Hey everybody, John here. It is still May, it is still Nebraska Birding Month, and I went out there with my friends. I went to Holmes Lake this past Saturday, went to the Marsh Ren Community Wetlands. I'm going to show you all about it. So, we saw some squirrels, but it's not really about the squirrels, it's about the birds. We saw many different birds. A few sandpipers. Maybe they were lesser, maybe they were greater. I don't know. Do you know how many birds are yellow? There's a lot of really beautiful yellow birds. We got goldfinches. You know who wishes he was there to see some birds, but he didn't get to go. So the most beautiful duck in Nebraska is the wood duck. Sometimes you take a photo of a bird, it might be a common bird. It might be a, quote-unquote boring bird, but it is still beautiful. We also saw the truck delivering mulch. Now, I saw a lot of flying things. Some were alive, some were not alive, but they were still flying. So the Marsh Ren Community Wetlands, it was just us and a bunch of birds, and actually fewer wind turbines. I remembered that there were 2 visible wind turbines, and then I was like, where did these go? And I looked it up, and they were demolished. They were demolished last July. They lived their 25 years of life or whatever. Anyway, do you know how tough it is to tell sandpipers apart? All these shorebirds basically look the same. We saw a kind of rare, I think, cliff swallow. Again, I don't know if you know, I'm not the biggest birding knowledge person. Other people definitely know more than I do, but I'm here to take the videos. You know how tough it is to track birds flying? Kind of fun though. Bald eagle nesting area. I did not see any bald eagles. Last time around there we saw a juvenile one. Here we see a delta. Look at all these guys flapping around. Flap, 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 flap. Yeah, I saw a small hole at Holmes Lake. Maybe an animal counts. I saw a big hole at Marsh Ren Community Wetlands. I have no idea what counts as a big hole. It's almost like a sinkhole, maybe? I don't know. Other side, kingfisher over here, which is super cool. And here we see in the wild a rare 3-compartment plastic plate. We also saw a lot of fish. Imagine you're a kingfisher down there getting a big old fish. Now, these are like big fish though, and they were doing their thing. Pretty shallow. Look at my friends being models. Now look at all these guys. Are they the same type of bird? Are they different birds? I think they're different birds. Look at them. Anyway, we saw 24 species of bird, which is pretty cool. Killdeer, blue-winged teal, pectoral sandpiper. Shout out to the team for identifying them. Northern rough-winged swallow, brown thrasher, just a lot of classics. I do want to focus on something. It's not just about the birds. It's about getting out there with your friends, doing fun stuff. When your friends bring their friends and then those friends become friends, isn't that beautiful? I can't tell you how full my cup was from being out in the beautiful weather with my friends, looking at nature, walking around, just enjoying life, right? Everybody, I highly recommend, if you haven't yet, reach out to somebody. Say, oh, do you want to go birding? Maybe the answer is no, maybe the answer is yes. You don't know unless you ask, folks. Everybody, get out there, stay cool, be well, and take care now. Bye.